Hello everybody, it's Maikito. I hope everybody's having a good day. Has had a good day so far. Obviously, making another WNBA video. This is my second one ever. The last one was my first one that I've ever made, and that went well. So hence the robe. If you know and you watch the channel, I wear the robe only when we do really well and sweep the days. I'll go over the picks at the end of the video. I don't go over them in the beginning, but we have some WNBA picks. Not as big of a slate as the last one, so I only have a couple picks. But if for some reason I do have any more plays, I add them in the pinned comment here. Could be later tonight, but more than likely it's going to be tomorrow. Because I'm sure there's still more lines that they haven't added yet that aren't even there yet. So other than that, I'll just get straight into the plays. Also, real quick, before I get into the picks, all the pictures that you see on the screen is from a data app called Outlier. So if you're interested in that, that's where I find all these plays because I don't watch too much WNBA. I'm trying to get into it more now, but Outlier is what's been helping me find these plays. It's a data app. You can use my link in the description to get a free trial. So if you're interested in how I find these plays, that's what I use. So link for that in the description, but I'll get into the plays. My first play is Gabby Williams to go higher than 7.5 rebounds and assists, playing at home for the Storm, going up against the Wings. While she's only gone over in 3 out of 7 games so far this season, she has a good matchup against the Wings, who allow the 3rd most rebounds and the 3rd most assists to forwards. And it shows she has a good history against them. She's played them twice, once this season, once last season. She went over in both games with 12 and 10. We just need 8. And in games last season, she went over in 64% of games last season, 9 out of 14 games. So she has a pretty good hit rate. She's pretty consistent. And in games where she has played at least 30 plus minutes, she has gone over in 75% of games, 6 out of 8. And I mentioned that because she has played 30 plus minutes in all but one game this season, so her minutes have increased compared to last season. But in the game where she didn't get 30 plus minutes this season, she played 29.8. So she essentially did play 30 plus minutes in those games. So so she will be playing those good minutes. Plus, this game is projected to be pretty close, so I expect those minutes as well. And also, according to Outlier, she has gone over in the last 7 out of 8 games against opponents who have a bottom 5 defense, 4 assists allowed. I'm adding the rebounds because she has good history with rebounding against them as well. It's a good line, good history, good matchup, so I like it. Gabby Williams will go higher than 7.5 rebounds and assists. Before I get into my second play, I really appreciate if everybody liked the video and commented as well. Again, this is a new thing that I'm doing. Don't do WNBA videos, and I'm just trying to make more content for you guys because, again, when it comes to soccer, I'm only going to have like 2 videos a week for that, and this is just something to kind of fill it. And obviously the first video went well, which is why I'm making more videos here. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, turn on notifications so you're notified when these videos are out. And I do also let people know in my Discord, which is linked in the description if you're interested in joining that. It's for those that want to talk about your plays, other plays, talk during the games, not just in WNBA, obviously soccer as well. People have been posting CSGO slips, everything, tennis, everything. If you're interested in that, good community, more than welcome to join in the description. And I mentioned the public because I do have the membership available if you're interested in that in the description. It's just for those that want to, one, support the channel, or if not both, also get the plays out even earlier than what you usually would. If you're not a member, those that are already got this video and all these picks before everybody else. So if you're interested in that, link for that in the description. Same with all the links for all my player prop apps and moneyline apps that I use, linked in the description. So I really want to thank anybody who supports me in any way. And the second play that I found that I like, a bit of a safer play, is Kelsey Mitchell to go higher than 1.5 3-pointers made at home for the Fever, going up against the Mystics. She's gone over in 67% of games so far this season, 4 out of 6. And last season, even better hit rate from 67% this season to 79% last season. But obviously, we've only had a small sample slate for this season. She's gone over in 33 out of 42 games last season, and she will shoot them. Last season, on average, she took around 7 attempts per game, which some of the games, she had 10 or 13 games, as you can see on the screen. There's some games where she will shoot that many threes, and I expect at least 2 of them to go in. And if you look at some of the games where she didn't go over this line, the first 2 games, she only played around 18 minutes on average in those games. And if you look at the game on the far right, she only played 5 minutes in that game. So even then, some of those games, she barely played any minutes, but she's been averaging 32 minutes so far this season, which is good for us. A couple of reasons which I will go over at later on, but in games where she has played 30 plus minutes last season, she went up to an 85% hit rate with 29 out of 34 games. And when she's played at least 30 plus minutes, she's averaging 32 minutes, and she's gone over in 3 out of 4 against them, obviously with those 30 plus minutes, because the game where she had the 5 minutes was against the Mystics, but against them and when she's played good minutes, she's gone over in 3 out of 4 against them, which is a good hit rate. And the only miss where she had 0, she actually took 8 attempts and missed every single one. So she took the shots, she just didn't hit them, and I don't see that happening again, especially because, first of all, she's playing an average defense, so it's not like it's going to be a tough matchup. And 2, Caitlin Clark is out, which means more volume and shots to go around, especially on the threes. So I expect her to take those shots against them as well. Plus, it's a cup game at home. She will shoot a lot. I expect her to take at least those 7 to 8 shots, and I expect at least 2 to go in. If you want to go and play a little riskier, I don't hate the 2.5 line as well. But I 1.5 rather play a little safer. So I like this play. Kelsey Mitchell to go higher than 1.5 3-pointers made. Thank you everybody for watching. Quickly going over last video's picks. Obviously, I'm wearing the robe. I mentioned that in the beginning in the video. We swept the whole video, which was good for us. It was a 3-0 sweep. We had Tina Charles go under 16.5 points. I mentioned it was probably gonna be a blowout, projected to be. She didn't play as many minutes as she usually would. She went under with 10. So even with the bump taken, that prop hit. Ezzy over the points and rebounds, that hit right on the money. Barely went over with 1, so if you did take the bump, you unfortunately missed, but you should have had plenty of time to get these picks in. So Ezzy hit for us, and then we had Asia Wilson to go under rebounds and assists. She played the full game, and she went under. I know I had somebody in the last video say that they pretty much wanted to fade Wilson because she's one of the best players in the league, which I agree she is. But the matchup was there. The high was the number was a little high. The history was there, so we took that line. That line hit for us, so we did great. It was a 3-0 sweep, so we did good with those, and hopefully we can do good again when it comes to this video and these picks. Like I mentioned, if I do have any added plays, they will be in the pinned comment either later tonight, but more than likely tomorrow when more plays are out. I was gonna make the video even later than what I usually would. Instead of what it is right now, to see if any more plays would be added, but I do have to go to work. I have a late shift, so hence why I mentioned that the plays, if I do have any added, they will be later tomorrow instead of tonight. And like I mentioned, when it comes to soccer, there isn't going to be any plays. Hopefully, maybe I might have a video tomorrow, but hopefully I will for sure the day after that, because they all went an international break. And teams are traveling, teams are practicing for their clubs from leaving their clubs into the country. And I mentioned when it comes to those, it's a lot riskier to take those players because they rarely, well, I'm not going to say rarely, but they don't play for their countries often. And when they do, it's not like their clubs where they play at least twice a week with the same players. They play with these their teammates once or twice every like 3 months or so. So it's much more predictable to take player props and money lines when it comes to their country as opposed to their clubs. Besides, they just finished the season, so a lot of teams and players might be just tired. And obviously, when it comes to teams in international, they switch it up a lot compared. It's not like the same team every single time. So again, a lot more unpredictable. But I'll see if I do have a video when it comes to those. But hopefully, we do good in these WNBA ones, and this is a consistent thing that I can do, especially during the off season when it comes to soccer. But again, thank you everybody for watching. I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.